I don't give a damn.
Look. It just happened again. What's up?
It just makes it more interesting.
What do you...
It just did it on its own. Okay, guys, let's film now.
Really?
Elvis, would you want to talk about anything? Okay, hey, guys. We're here with...
So, we are... All right. Here we go, man. We are in take two, man. We're gonna take two.
We filmed a video like 3 seconds before this, and it turned out really bad because...
Yeah, because she's her own worst critic. So here we go, man. Everybody wants to see a little bit more of my kids and my daughter here. Our videos the other day kind of blew up, man. It was like 6,000-7,000 views or whatever. Thanks, guys, for all you subscribers out there, man. You know, really appreciate the support we're getting. Everything we do is real. It's on the fly. We don't do anything scripted, and that's what I think is so good about this channel. You know, we're not fake. We're not plastic. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about Prince's graduation that is coming up the 20th.
Okay, so today we had rehearsals for the graduation, me and my little brother, and he's in 6th grade, because they're doing graduations for like the elementary school. Wait, kinder, elementary, and then high school for like grade 10. And we had to rehearse it today, and it was super boring, but at least it's over now.
Yeah, the rehearsal's over, so you still got to do the graduation thing. And it's a big deal. I mean, they got the high school type graduation flat hats and everything. So, over here, like I said, they do a full course of everything. It's a celebration, like fiestas and everything else. It's always a party, always going on. So it was kind of odd today because I was standing outside and they had karaoke machines over here rented out. And I was thinking when I was back in Colorado, in 11 years, it was one time that I heard a band outdoor other than just a few little acoustic things in there in Pagosa. So here, I'm not complaining. There are times, if it's 11 or 12 o'clock at night, it gets old, but, I'm not complaining because, everybody just wants to have fun. And you are a singer, Princess, right?
No.
Oh, come on, man. God damn, man. So you can sing.
Okay, so I don't consider myself a singer, but I can sing when needed.
Yeah, she's
Period.
good, man. She'll do that Christina Aguilera. You are beautiful.
I don't do that.
What they say.
False. I don't do that. But I can sing.
Yep.
Period.
So you went to DePaul and saw your grandparents and all when you got here. What did you think of their place, which is way up in the jungle?
If I'm being honest, I kind of liked it because, it was our first time being there, since we were babies. And, their house is, surrounded by a lot of people. So, there's never, a moment where you feel, lonely or, anything like that. So, it was actually really fun. Obviously, they don't have, ACs and, showers and stuff like that, but they are resilient.
Well, actually, they did have the shower in. They just didn't have a door on the shower at the time. It was a curtain.
Wait, so that literally makes no sense. And why, if they just had a curtain, then why do we go all the way outside and bathe in front of everyone instead of just get behind the curtain?
Do not know.
No, it's because they didn't have water in the house, dude. Remember? They didn't have water yet. Because, remember the toilet, too? We had to use the buckets of water.
Yeah, you use buckets of water.
So they didn't have water at that time. I'm pretty sure they do now, but they didn't have water at that time. So we had to go down the mountain with, the little water spring thingy with, the pipe. And we just had to...
So, allow me to retort. The buckets of water, whatever, they're generally freezing cold. And
it's literally not, because if you're showering outside, it's really hot in the Philippines.
I ain't talking about outside, girl. I'm talking about inside.
Girl, he's white. Forgive him.
Yeah, look how white she is. She whiter than this homeboy here, man. Look at me. I got a tan, dude. I got a savage tan going on, man. But anyway, that's her experience of the water thing. Mine was different. It was inside the house with a bucket, and it was cool or cold water when you go in there. I remember when Elvis was little, he'd almost freeze to death because he had to take that cold water and put on his head, when he was little. But anyway, up in the mountain or whatever, it is very, very quiet. up there. You know, we actually had done a blog, I believe, with the drone where we flew over the property and we were actually up there partying and stuff. And nobody speaks a word of English except maybe for two of the nieces. So everybody else, you know, they just smile, you know, and you're talking. They had a big family 50th anniversary for your Lola and Lolo, which is grandma and grandpa. So,
which I did not go to because I had school.
yeah, so I mean that was pretty fun and whatever. But you know, up there it's a real simple life. They're farmers, you know, so you know they got their TV and all, and they got power. When I first went up there in 2004, they didn't even have power. They had solar power then. It was no TV. It was just a little small radio, and that's just the way things were in the mountains. So I think your grandfather and grandmother, they were 65 years old before they ever saw power in their house.
Dang.
Yeah, you imagine that, man, up here. Now they got internet and all that stuff. So anyway, we had talked in the earlier video about the place that you would really like to visit here this summer.
I really want to visit Palawan.
Okay, Palawan is very beautiful.
If that's how you say it, I'm sorry if I say it wrong.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, man. Ain't but one way, and that's right. So there's Palawan, there's Boracay, there's Bohol. Bohol are the chocolate hills, and Panglao Beach, which I've heard is outstanding. We didn't get a lot of chance to travel before when we lived here for 7 years, because we was always working like a Filipino, you know, renting karaoke machines, and pretty much that was it. You know, it was work and sleep and play with the kids, let's go to the beach, look at the baby, look at the baby, look at the baby, you know. So that was it back then. But now we're trying to do some more things since they're out of school. So we're going to try and shoot for that Palawan thing. You know, it is the rainy season now, so I think it starts here now in May. So you can book your flights. But flights are pretty cheap.
You have to fly there?
Yes, from here you do. I mean, you can get on a boat.
But where do you fly to? Like
you'll fly right into Palawan from Dumaguete City.
Is it a whole other island?
Yeah, it's a whole nother island. It's near Vietnam.
I thought it was just like.
It's a whole chain over there of Palawan Island. It is between. It's out actually in the South China Sea, which is, you know, where all the shit's kind of going on, but it really ain't going on because I heard they over there like kissing ass this week to patch up, make good relations, whatever. You know, I don't do a lot of politics. But anyway, it's over closer to Vietnam, so we'll fly over there. You can take a boat. You can take a boat anywhere here that you want to, and they do have cabins that are like VIP, they call it, which is just a bunk bed with basically a fan or air conditioner or something like that. So anyway, we'll probably fly because flights are not that bad by the time you factor in all the bus rides and all that. Even if you took your car, you're fighting traffic and everything. So the better way to go is fly like from Dumaguete to Cebu. It takes 20 minutes to fly there, and it is, last time we checked, it was around 2,000 pesos, which is like $40. So you can't beat it, man. You're right there in the city. You grab a taxi, you go to your hotel, and you know, then just bounce around in taxis over there. So yeah, that's probably what we're going to try and do this summer. So that will be a great vlog that we will have coming up here. So we look forward to giving that to y'all as well. So now, any other things that you're going to do this summer? And what are your friends doing this summer here that are Filipino? What do they usually do?
I don't know.
You don't ask your friends anything.
No.
You just say, "Hey, man, give me that piece of cake there, man,
Yeah.
on your plate. Yeah, give me some of that food, man." Didn't you
real.
tell me that, man? You just walk around, you sponge off the other Filipinos. You go eat that, man.
No, they sponge off of me, you know? Actually, it's very much true because whenever you come to the Philippines and you're like a foreigner, like Filipinos do romanticize like foreigners. They over romanticize, and they're like, they kind of idolize foreigners because like they come from like a country that doesn't have a lot of white people. Mm-hmm. So like whenever they like see you, they kind of like think really highly of you. And like whenever me and my brothers like first got here, we noticed that like people started using like our slang and like our jokes and stuff like that. So like everyone just kind of like, I don't know, it's really
your
cool.
role model then,
yeah.
in other words. Yeah.
Like whenever I did like Miss UN, like for
United
school,
Nations
yeah,
Day.
I did so there's a United Nations at school, and whenever I did Miss United Nations, like I won, and come on, it was an easy win. Come on now, look at me. I'm just kidding. But after that, like I don't know, it's just like if you're like a foreigner and like you're tall and like amazing and beautiful and like funny.
AKA
And, like,
hybrid. Hybrid is what they call half Filipino and half American here is a hybrid.
Then I don't know, you just get like over romanticized by like Filipino people. So I don't know, they kind of idolize you. But I still really like. I'm not hating on any Filipinos because I love Filipinos, except for you men.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, you know, she's
kidding.
she's just kidding, man. She likes all Filipinos, so you know, don't be too hard on her, whatever. I mean, because she's a hybrid. I mean, so am I. I mean, I'm half redneck, half caveman.
Okay, he wants to be different so bad. He wants to be the main character, but he's not.
Baby,
I am.
That's a small stage, man. It's some big shoes you got to fill, homegirl. Yeah, but she is well on her way. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, we're tight, man. You know, we talk and we bounce off each other with all our videos and conversations and stuff. I do not make my kids do anything unless it is absolutely stupid or unreasonable. But, you know, I give them the room so they can kind of think for themselves. Because with teenagers, when they reach a certain age, you know, they think we're stupid, even though we are not, you know. I had a lot more escape plans and all that shit that actually worked when I was younger. So now I give them room.
I think that our dad giving us a lot of like space and like, you know, just not being like that strict of a parent and being like more friends with us than like a parent kind of made our relationship way better because we trust him more and we tell him everything. And I feel like if he was a strict parent, like I heard like strict parents raise sneaky kids. Like if you're constantly like telling your kids like you can't do this, that makes them want to do it more.
Yeah.
So like us like having a really open relationship with our dad and stuff like that makes it like easy to trust him and be honest, and like it just builds a relationship.
Yeah, it's like Ozzy Osbourne said. He said when they tell you, you know, don't smoke and don't drink, he's like, the first thing I did was went out and got a 6-pack and a pack of smokes and went out and drank the whole thing. You know, so, I mean, my kids, the stuff is out there. You know, it's like Colorado, the drugs and marijuana was illegal and all that stuff. And I did not want my kids to get involved in it, but I still didn't want them getting tricked into it either.
Yeah, I saw a comment on our last video together where someone was all like, oh, you have to be stupid to think that there's only drugs in America when there's drugs everywhere. We realize that. We do. Like, we realize that there's drugs literally everywhere, but in the place that we lived, like in America, it was more normalized, and it was just like something that like anyone could get. Like I knew middle schoolers, like little tiny kids that were able to get like a bunch of like drugs and stuff. But here it's illegal, and if somebody catches you with it, then you'll definitely go to jail. And like it's really hard to find. So
yeah, even in Pagosa Springs, you remember that boy or whatever was a couple friends, and they went out and they were roaming around town, and they broke into somebody's car and they stole a pistol, and they went back to their house or whatever, and they were playing with the pistol like Russian roulette, and he wound up shooting the kid.
He was my classmate.
That was their classmate.
Yeah,
you know.
I had a classmate in America, and I don't think I'll get in trouble for like saying this or anything because it was all over the news, but like I had a classmate, and him and his brothers, like they were messing around like after dark, and they found a pistol in a guy's car, and they took it to like this abandoned house, and like they were messing around, and like he shot his brother, and like his brother died, and it was so horrible.
Yep.
And it's all because like there's drugs everywhere. Like the place that we lived, there wasn't a place that you would go where somebody didn't have drugs to offer you.
Yeah, and this is a small mountain town. You know, I mean,
Exactly.
Pagosa Springs, Colorado. I first went out there in 1996, and it wasn't really anything like that. But with the new legalization of marijuana and then the other things that go along with it, like methamphetamine, and then fentanyl is out there now. So that's the trickery drug that, you know, they get a lot of kids with. You know, my daughter, she knows how to shoot a gun. You know, I believe in God, guns, and freedom, you know, and everything else because, you know, we hunt. You know, we hunted turkey. You know, she shot a turkey when she was like 4 or 5 years old over there. So, you know, we we're good old Southern boys or whatever. So I think it's nothing wrong with it. Because man, it ain't guns that kill people. It's stupid people with guns that kill people.
Exactly. Like guns were made for like hunting animals and stuff like that, and then people just decided, oh, we're gonna use guns to kill people. And like obviously, like it's clear that it's like not guns are gonna like kill people, which they obviously are, but like it's the person like behind it. Like you know what I mean? Like
oh, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, it's stupid people that have guns and they don't know what they're doing, and they whip it out, and then in a moment your whole life goes to shit.
Exactly.
So that's the reality. I mean, it's got to be mature people. And that's why I say I taught them how my daddy taught me about shooting. She can shoot an AR-15. She can shoot a 45. She knows how to load them, clean them, everything else. So she got a hell of a taser. So man, y'all talk any shit, man. She gonna mess y'all up, man. I ain't gonna say the big word, man. But you know what I'm talking about, man. She gonna mess y'all up. So all my kids were taught like that. I wanted them to know how they can defend themselves. And then on the other side of the coin too, they know about religion and God and Jesus, and they have a healthy relationship with God. I told them, I said, there may be a point in your life to where you have to totally rely on God, and you know that He is there. So we always say our prayers. We give thanks for everything. Thank you, Jesus.
But I am a super duper firm believer in just letting things happen in your life, because I feel like when you force things into your life, it pushes them away. Like, whenever you're constantly like talking good about something, you're like, oh my god, this is like the best thing ever. Like, oh, I got a new job. Like, this is amazing. And then something horrible like the next like week or something happens, and like everything like gets jinxed. I feel like you just kind of have to let life happen and like don't chase anything. Just attract everything.
Yep, that's it. We'll be making it
out of
natural.
sight, out of mind.
That's the only way. We'll be making it natural.
Okay.
Living life every day. So anyway, guys, thanks for sitting in. I promise y'all, she's going to be on the channel a lot more. Jammer's going to be on the channel a lot more. He's got 9 more free dives coming up here. We're going to be heading out to Oppo Island soon. We were going a couple days ago and the rain came in, so we had to have the hell with that. I can't get no savage tan, man, when it's cloudy. So anyway, we'll see you guys back soon, and right on.